Hey folks, this is the story of the Oddball 727. What's an Oddball 727? Well, 727 I'm referring to, of course, is the Boeing 727 jetliner. Back in my days working with a Marriott, we used to, as I mentioned in other videos, we used to cater Eastern Airlines. And Eastern Airlines had a lot of 727s. They had the 727-100, known as the 727 regular, and the stretched 727, known as the 727-200. Their fleet numbers used to coordinate with their tail numbers, more or less. The 727 regulars, the 100s, they were something like November 8101 through November 8162 November. So they were the what was that? The stretch versions were numbered in the 800s. They went from, the oldest ones was from like excuse me, 825 through 859 or 60, more or less, and that's the fleet number. The tail numbers would be November 8, 25E as an echo through November 8, 59 or 69 E as an echo. Then came the what they call the Z blades, which are a little bit newer, and they were like November 870 through November 892 or so. November 8870 Z as in Zulu through November 8892 Z as in Zulu. Now the ones that were newer were 801 through 822, and those were November 801 Echo Alpha for Eastern Airlines, and it went all the way through November 822 Echo Alpha. And those, that's 801 through 822, with 818 through 822 were like special performance. They had carry a little bit extra fuel, they had a little bit longer range, and they were used in the South American routes. Well, one day, my partner and me were waiting for a regular stretch, which the catering equipment was identical along the 727-200s, and very similar to the 727-100, except the 100 only had one galley mid-plane, and you can service it using your regular long trucks or the shorty truck. Well, the 727-200 had two galleys, one in front, one in the back, and the rear galley could only be serviced by the short truck because you had to come in parallel to the wing design. You know, wings kind of raked on airplanes, jetliners. You had to come in parallel to the wing with someone guiding you, and then you will make a stop and turn the wheel completely to the left, and then approach the rear galley that way. As long as you did it exactly how they trained you, it wasn't hard. When you had an older small truck with no power steering and the stick shift transmission, it was a little bit harder. But you did what you had to do. And but anyways, we're getting away from the storyline. Me and my partner were regular shorty truck, waiting for a 727-200, pull up at gate and expecting, the 800 series. We had the number, and it was I forgot what the number was, of course, but it was a regular 727. And this 727 shows up, and it's a 500 series. I think it was 531. And the tail number was November 531 Papa Sierra PS. And we just looked at each other and said, oh, we didn't know this plane existed. Now, we knew that there was a couple of 800s, I think like 880 through 882 or something like that, we never saw because they were dedicated to the Eastern Air Shuttle between D.C., the New York area, and Boston. And so this plane comes through, and we line up for the front galley and open the galley door, and there's no kitchen. There's seats right there. I'm like, shit, this is an oddball. So looking for the galley, can't find the darn galley. And there's no first class either. It's all coach. And I remember seeing one of those all coach 727s, but they had somewhat of like a modified galley. This one had nothing. So when we got a truck full of equipment for a fully catered flight. We had, the containers and the first class equipment and the beer and the wine and everything else, like a fully. That was late afternoon, and all those planes that used to leave to wherever they were going, I forgot where this one was going, would be fully catered. And not snacks or anything, I mean fully catered with the ovens and everything. So, and find a flight attendant, when they started coming in for the flight, and flight attendants looking around just like me, and she said, oh. And I said, I got all this equipment that I need to log in here, all these boxes full of food, all these ovens. I says, what do you want? What do you want it? It says, well, we can't have it. We don't have a galley. There's no galley in the back. She says, no, this is all seats. And I says, damn, that's an oddball plane. There was nothing to take out. And I said, well, what are we going to do with this truck full of beer, wine, and sodas, and steaks, and everything else? And she says, you can't leave it here. Take it back. I says, well, what can I give you? I said, what? This is your passengers. They're going to go hungry. And she says, yeah, I know. But I think a couple other flight attendants got involved, and they said, no, just give us a couple of coffee bags, because we do see a coffee maker, and leave us a couple of bags of ice. But we don't have enough sodas for the whole plane. I said, yeah, I got enough sodas for the whole plane. He said, we got no place to put it. I said, okay. He closed the door and left, and showed up back at the shop at the kitchen, backed our truck in, and the supervisor or the manager, a real nice guy named George Davis. He was he used to smoke a lot, so he used to come out in the docks, the truck docks, the loading area, to smoke. And I said, George, come here. I opened the back of the truck, and he goes, what's all this? He said, you all didn't cater the plane? I says, yeah, we showed up, but an oddball showed up. He says, what's an oddball? He says, That plane had no galleys. So he went back and he made a phone call and came back and says, yeah, they changed planes at the last minute. Just bring it all back in, and then we'll take care of it. We'll put it back in its place. So brought it all in, and people went hungry. And that's the story of the Oddball 727 with no galley. So, anyways, it's 89 degrees and it's 7 o'clock at night. Incredible. It's been a brutal August for South Florida with very little rain and brutal heat every day in the mid-90s. And of course our high humidity is, people say that global warming is a hoax. I don't remember an August this dry. We haven't even gotten the usual afternoon thunderstorms or the morning showers on the breeze coming off the bay. In fact, there's been very little breeze. And from a warm South Florida, Miami area, you guys take care. Be safe. Oddball 727.